St Alban was a Romano-British inhabitant of the city of Verulamium, which stood outside modern-day St Albans. The earliest version of his life narrates that he gave shelter to a fugitive who was fleeing from Roman authorities and Roman persecution against Christians. The fugitive turned out to be a priest, and history gives him the name of Amphibolus. Alban was moved by the great faith, by the devotion and the courage of this priest, and soon converted to Christianity, probably instructed in the Christian way of life by Amphibolus himself. However, soon after this, the Roman authorities came looking for Amphibolus, and Alban exchanged his clothes with him, allowing Amphibolus to escape. Alban was brought before the magistrate and tried. However, he did not hide his identity or his newfound faith. Before the magistrate, he declared, "I am called Alban, and I worship and adore the true and living God who created all things." As it often happens with martyrs, Alban was pressured into abandoning his faith and to turn his back on Christ. But Alban was courageous and resilient and stood firm. So he was taken to a hill outside Verulamium and beheaded. That hill is now the site of the city of St Alban. The cult, so the veneration of St Alban, spread far and fast from ancient times. When his shrine was destroyed at the Reformation, and so too was the shrine of Saint Amphibolus, most people thought the relics of St Albans had been destroyed along with it, but part of them had been gifted in the Middle Ages to churches in Germany, and so after the shrine had been revived and restored, part of the relics returned to St Albans, and they can still be venerated today in the Abbey and Cathedral Church. Martyrdom is a loaded word, especially in our times. It is a word that has been hijacked by extremists or terrorists. However, Christian martyrdom, the Christian understanding of martyrdom, is an imitation of the way of life of Christ to the fullest end. The word martyr just means witness, and so it is a bearing witness to faith in Christ. But martyrdom also is a playing out of the three theological virtues of faith, hope, and charity. By faith, the martyrs put their trust in God alone. By hope, the martyrs look to God and to the heavenly Jerusalem, to the vision of God, not to the grave, not to suffering as their final end. And by love, they forfeit their lives rather than turning their backs on Christ, who gave his life for us. By love, they imitate Christ, who did not retaliate on his persecutors, who did not retaliate on his enemies, but rather who prayed for them and forgave them. So may St Alban help us all with his prayers, that we may have a lively, strong, and resilient faith like his, that we may be able to bear witness to Christ in our daily lives, which, more likely than not, will not involve the sufferings that he experienced, but still are places where we need to, and we are called to, bear witness to the love of Christ.